Morning light filtered through the curtains. A new day, and everything was about to change. He sat there on the edge of that massive bed, the silence deafening. One step, then another. His feet carried him forward, whether he wanted to or not. The gold piece fell, and she looked up, eyes wide, heart racing. Something was wrong. 3 figures stood on that black and white floor, watching, waiting. Someone had fallen, the sword stood ready. Guards don't miss, and they never forget. The figure walked away, through the corridor, through the light. No one dared follow. Toward that blinding light, his 2 companions stayed close, even now loyal. That portrait watched him pass, ancestral eyes, unforgiving, unchanging. And then the old man turned. His eyes held centuries of wisdom and a warning. In the study, silence hangs heavy. One reads, the other simply stares at the wall. The painting shows 3 robed figures, ancient faces, ancient secrets. Their eyes seem to follow. Another portrait, a lone figure, standing guard over memories frozen in time. 2 souls, same room, lost in different thoughts. Neither speaks a word. From above, the room tells its own story, a lonely kingdom of leather and glass. Then the elder speaks. His gaze drops, heavy with the weight of the crown's history. He raises the medallion. This is what it all leads to, the proof. A hand reaches out. Desperate, the old man just watches, unmoving. With the medallion claimed, he turns. He walks through the doors. The lion crests watch him leave. And just like that, the scene shatters into nothingness. Someone sat in silence, their face hidden, shame, regret, we couldn't tell. Then darkness, nothing but emptiness. But wait, tiny sparks flickering to life. They multiplied, rising, growing hotter. Boom, a roaring bonfire. Fire consumed everything. Our crew gathered around the flames. Warriors, mages, kids, all together under the stars. The beginning after the end. Dawn broke through the canopy. A new day, a fresh start. But then a boy falling into darkness, leaves swirling around him. An eye opened, sharp, angry, ready. Something stirred within. There he lay, face down in the clearing, surrounded by strange red fruit. His eyes were glazed over, mouth hanging open. What happened to him? Behind him, a hooded figure, knife buried deep, blood everywhere. Then his eyes snapped open, fury burned in them. Wretch, the sound echoed through the empty sky. This boy, pale green skin, eyes full of exhaustion. A close look at his face, only weariness remained. Then everything went dark. He lay still, a single leaf resting on his forehead. His eyes fluttered open, he sniffed the air. He woke, vision blurry, blood smudged on his face. He reaches for a leaf, cuts and blood on his skin. The bag lies there, berries scattered around its strap. He pushes himself up, weary, bloodied, torn shirt. He lies face down, motionless, berries scattered nearby. A pale hand holds a dark, rough object. He brings the dark object to his mouth. He stuffs his cheeks, nom nom, swallows with a gulp. He lies flat on his back, thud, eyes closed, scratches on his face. My lips trembled, the world, still blurry, something felt wrong. Then darkness, a violent shock pierced through my skull. Birds sang above, peaceful, too peaceful for what just happened. I opened my eyes, everything so strange. Where am I? My body shook uncontrollably, cold, confused. A butterfly danced nearby, mocking my pain. Thud, my body hit the ground, hard. Everything went dark again. My pants torn, blood streamed down my leg. This wasn't a dream. I sighed, at least I was still breathing. My vision blurred, shapes, indistinct, everything fading. 3 shadows emerged, friendlies or something worse. A shadow stood in the rain. I couldn't see his face, but I knew something was coming. His legs were spread wide, ready for anything. This wasn't just some random traveler. The rain poured down through the ancient trees. Forests like this, they hide secrets. He arched his back, bending impossibly between the trees. What kind of power was this? Teeth clenched, face burning red. The rain couldn't cool the fire inside him. Finally, I could breathe. Every muscle screamed. My body was done. But then I saw it, a dark shape in the shadows, something that didn't belong. I pulled the cord tight. My eyes locked on something in the distance. My fingers moved fast, tying the knot. One wrong move and it's over. I pulled the knife free. Blood smeared across the surface. No turning back now. Thud, I slammed into the rock. Bloodied knife still gripped tight. The world blurs. I'm falling into nothing. Air rushes past. My eyes lock on the sky above. Trees tower overhead, so far from the sky. Mist-covered mountains stretch endlessly beyond the forest. Alone, I sit in the grass, broken and exhausted. Snap, I freeze instantly. Something's out here with me. I look up. A massive shadow looms overhead, swallowing me whole. A glow pierces the darkness. What is this place? Deep in the forest, I moved carefully, knife ready. Every shadow could be death. Then nothing, just silence. My senses screamed. Something was watching me. Don't make a sound. Don't breathe too loud. Just hide. Torn clothes, barefoot, armed with nothing but a knife and staff, but I'd survive. That sphere in the sky, it wasn't natural. Fear gripped me. What the hell was that? Wait, someone just moved. A figure vanished into the bushes. Whoever they were scared too. Blinding light, an explosion tore through everything. When the light faded, something dark was right beside me, spiky, alive, it had wings. I stood there battered but unbroken. Someone lay unconscious behind me. A strange sound echoed through the clearing. Thick fog rolled in without warning. Something lurked just beyond sight. I caught my breath. Every muscle screamed in protest, but I couldn't rest. Not yet. Then I saw it. A dark mass of spikes emerged from the mist. Recognition hit me like lightning. I knew exactly what this creature was. The spiky beast towered before me. Every quill pointed outward, deadly and sharp. There was no time to hesitate, only one chance to strike. I swung my hatchet with everything I had. Raw fury guided my strike. Direct hit, the creature went flying through the air. I had won. Silence returned. The battle was over, for now. The second part begins. Above, the sky stretches endlessly blue. Then, something stirs below. He slowly wakes, brown hair catching the sunlight, trees rustling nearby. A young man scratches across his face, his white shirt torn to shreds, eyes wide with shock. Everything shifts, reality blurs at the edges. His face fills the frame, those blue eyes searching the sky. What does he see up there? A nightmare takes shape, black mass, needles jutting from every angle, pure menace. She fights to save him. Green light pulses from her hands, but the darkness looms above. Her hand covers her mouth. Horror fills her eyes. That thing, it won't stop. And the boy stands alone, tattered, beaten, but still standing. Those dark shapes circle above him. My hand trembles as I touch my lips. I bite my nails, heart racing. A chuckle echoes from above. I grip my stick, gazing upward. A dark shape blocks my view. His eyes burn red. A buzz fills the air. I scream as the world turns black. I plummet through the rain of red. My hand reaches for something, anything. Everything fades to black. Through the crimson sky, a figure descended. White hair, white robes, crashing down. The rain intensified, blood red, relentless. Something stirred in the darkness. Without warning, a blinding light erupted from below. Pure energy surged skyward. Then I saw it, a giant, towering above everything, impossible, terrifying. The red rain continued to fall, washing over the land below. Then silence, just the rain, gray, cold, waiting. My body trembled, scratches, pain, but I clenched my fist and held on. Everything blurred, my vision fading. Almost gone now. The beginning after the end. Everything went white, like my mind was dissolving. When I opened my eyes, I was clinging to this massive tree. The world kept fading, slipping in and out. I ran through the forest, heart pounding out of my chest. Branches whipped past as I sprinted forward. Then my ear twitched. Something was right behind me. A shadow dove at me. I barely grabbed the cliff. My fingers slipping, I couldn't hold on. I fell straight down into the water below. Splash, the cold water hit me hard, then silence. There I was, scrubbing clothes by the stream. Nothing but peaceful silence. Then I heard something. My eyes went wide. Someone was in the water. A figure sitting right there. Splash. My heart was pounding out of my chest. But before I could react, something flew straight at me, fast. Stab, a spear, punched right through me. I couldn't scream. And standing there, a masked boy, eyes cold, no remorse, just nothing. The world went quiet after that, just trees, and the sound of water falling. Somehow I survived, barely walking, every step burned, but I kept going. I washed my wounds, the cold water, it stung, but I needed this. Then someone fed me a berry, sweet, warm. For the first time, I felt hope. After everything, I found myself alive, stranded. My clothes were torn, my body weak, but I survived. Days blurred together, just the sky and silence. I pressed forward, deeper into the unknown. I searched desperately for food. A rabbit watched me, curious. Then someone grabbed me from behind. I froze. She stared at me, eyes wide, jaw dropped, speechless. What had I become? This broken, hollow version of myself. In the darkness, only one faint light remained. Before me, a massive cliff, glowing lights everywhere. This world was not what I expected. There I stood, staff in hand, gazing up at the sky. A bird soared through golden light, freedom. Then I spotted it, a jagged shaft, carved into the earth itself. Light beckoned from above. Teal light pulsed along the cave walls. That's it, my heart raced. The answer had to be here. The crevice stretched endlessly upward. Floating lights danced around me like spirits. Something waited above. I swallowed hard, my throat tightened. There was no turning back now. Meanwhile, another figure emerged, red-haired and ragged, hands glowing with raw power. He reached out, desperate. A hand reached down from the light, but below, only darkness. A figure plummeted into the void. Blue energy crackled, piercing through the cave's darkness. The light revealed raw, muscular power standing before me. Then darkness swallowed everything whole. Silence, nothing, but gray emptiness remained. Without hesitation, I crushed the stone beneath me. The ground gave way. I was falling. Terror gripped my heart as I plummeted down. The shaft stretched endlessly, roots hanging like prison bars. Blinding light below, death or salvation. Only darkness waited at the bottom. The staff plummeted through the air. A scream echoed around it as it fell. It slammed into the ground with a brutal thump. The force made the earth shudder. Above, jagged rocks jutted from darkness. Below, sunlight pierced the deep blue silence. Dust settled over the masked figure. Meanwhile, beneath the waves, a head floated motionless. The boy crawled, dragging his stick. Somewhere a leg was padded. Deeper down, a smile bloomed. The boy gazed up, concern etched on his face. Below, another mouth dripped with sweat. He ran, bare feet cracking the earth. Wide eyes watched from below. A figure thudded to the ground. Above him, the boy stared in pure shock. A tattered shirt clung to a chest. Below, the ground wept crimson under falling streaks. Then from the shadows, a figure emerged. Red eyes burned. Blood rain fell. This was just the beginning. Down, falling endlessly into the teal abyss, red streaks blurred past me. A shadowy figure watched from the darkness, patient, waiting. Two crimson eyes pierced the gloom. A jagged smile split the darkness. The beginning after the end. Jagged stone loomed above, cold, unforgiving, ancient. It stood there, towering. Its red eyes burned through the swirling smoke. Embers drifted across the purple sky. This world felt wrong. Footsteps echoed on wooden boards. Someone was coming. My eyes went wide, heart pounding. What was that? Smoke rose from its armor. Red eyes, sharp teeth. It was alive and hungry. I'm clinging to this massive thing for my life. My eyes go wide. Pure terror grips me. Then a jagged crack splits open, pulsing with ominous red light. I'm small, he's enormous, that power radiating from him overwhelming. Light, beautiful light. Tears stream down my face as I reach for it. A foot lands steady, deliberate, someone is approaching. The cavern reveals his impossible size. I grip my stick tight, jaw dropping in disbelief. I stand frozen between his massive legs, utterly dwarfed, completely powerless. Curiosity pulls me forward. A glowing fruit calls to me. I reach. Memories flooded back, a familiar touch, a face I couldn't forget. The world fell away, nothing but darkness above, peace below. A simpler time, laughter echoed under endless skies, my family, whole again. But peace never lasts. Pain gripped me. Something was wrong. A shadow lurked within, split between light and fury. Something twisted inside me. No time to think. I raised my hands and struck the creature down. What is this power? The blue glow pulsed in my hands. Then silence. Darkness swallowed everything whole. A crevice below. Something called to me from the deep. We sat there, monster and boy, two broken souls in the dark. Darkness swallowed everything. A thick fog crept through the void. A young boy stood alone, brown-gray hair, piercing blue eyes. He touched his chin. Something weighed on his mind. Then I saw it. A massive armored figure loomed before me. We sat together in the mist. The creature's red eyes glowed, and we talked. Placeholder. Then silence. Everything faded to nothing. Placeholder. The creature's eyes burned bright. A map materialized, revealing kingdoms beyond. Placeholder. He leaned back, smiling like the world was at peace, like nothing could touch him. But in an instant, that calm shattered. His eyes snapped open. Something was wrong. A nightmare emerged from the shadows. Horns, glowing red eyes, sharp, jagged teeth. It was no dream. Light swallowed everything whole, a blinding flash, and then silence. Nothing, just nothing. The world went blank. Then a boy, messy hair, wide, worried blue eyes. Where was he? His shirt hung in tatters, ripped to shreds. Whatever brought him here wasn't gentle. Above him, something massive, horned, burning with red light. Purple smoke curled from its body. He sat frozen on the ground, staring up in fear. Then, a clawed hand gripped a red crystal, glowing, powerful. Darkness filled the sky. The creature towered above him, massive, glowing red from within. The boy was hopelessly small. Something loomed in the darkness, glowing eyes. A jagged red smile burned. His coat billowed behind him. A small boy stood there, gazing up. Dark stone steps stretched between them. The figure waited at the top. The boy stood small at the bottom. Yet somehow, the boy smiled. A blue eye, then a red jagged line, two worlds colliding. The armor gleamed, horns crowned his dark silhouette, pure menace. Every detail burned into view, glowing eyes, that terrible jagged mouth. The boy's eyes went wide, one hand raised to his chest. His torn shirt, his worried face, something was wrong. Hair fell across his eyes, he looked down, defeated. Tears streamed down his face, yet he smiled. Something had finally set him free. A small heart sketched in ink, a memory worth holding onto forever. And just like that, everything faded to white. Run, just keep running. That thing won't stop chasing me. It caught me, but wait, there's fruit up there, maybe it's helping. This creature, it's showing me something. What is this glowing orb? We just sat there, face to face. Monster and boy, awkward silence. Then everything went dark, shapes, lights, where even am I? This is where my real story begins, the beginning after the end. Shadows closed in around me. The world dissolved into nothing. Then I found my center. I focused inward. Blue energy surged through me. This power, it's mine. It appeared again, those berries glowing in its hand, offering them to me. Everything blurred, lights flickered above. Was this real or another dream? Then I saw it, a nightmare made flesh, horns curved like crescent moons, eyes burning crimson in the darkness. It towered over me, massive, ancient, carrying something, impossibly heavy. What was this creature? I sat there, frozen. That colossal limb hung close. Strange fruits dangled above me. What was happening? My fingers touched something, warm, glowing. A purple egg pulsing with energy. It called to me. I held it gently, carefully. Something inside was alive. The light pulsed in my hands. Suddenly pain, searing through my skull. My wrist burned blue hot. What was this curse? The world fading, light slipping away, everything going dark, darkness swallowing me whole. When consciousness returned, a face, grinning, that red mark beneath his eye, unsettling. His lips pressed tight, a promise unsaid. Something dangerous lurked behind that silence. Rage burned behind his eyes, his teeth clenched tight. The darkness, it was closing in. A shadow emerged from nothing, ancient, unstoppable, and it was watching him. Then a massive fist rocketed toward his head. Whack, the impact sent him flying, devastating, unrelenting. Time slowed. He tumbled through the void, dazed, helpless. The ground rushed up to meet him. There was no escape. Thud, he crashed hard, every bone screaming in agony. Dazed, he pushed himself up, one eye wide with terror. What was that? There it stood, a towering armored figure, its cloak dissolved into purple smoke. A single red eye stared right through him. 3 points of crimson light burned in the darkness. This was no ordinary enemy. I pressed my hand to my forehead. Something was wrong, terribly wrong. Behind me, looming, a massive armored figure with glowing red eyes. I stumbled back, staring up at the beast. Its skull face loomed over me. Those eyes, burning red, the horns, the skull, pure terror. Chaos exploded in my mind, everything breaking apart. Blinding white, my vision vanished, only shadow remained. My heart hammered, sweat poured down my face. Silence, nothing but empty darkness. Then it appeared, the demon watching, waiting. I closed my eyes, focused. Something was about to change. A grin spread across his face, mysterious. Who was this stranger? Glowing fruits, 3 of them. What had I just found? Then the symbol appeared, a warning or something else. An ancient figure sat across from me, something powerful. Blinding light erupted, everything went white. When the light faded, I looked up. Something had changed. From the shadows, those eyes, that sinister grin. Between darkness and light, I stood at the edge. The creature found me, its warmth, it felt like home. And so, a new chapter began. A massive darkness towers over the boy. Red eyes burn through the shadows, waiting. A guttural groan tears through the silence. The figure's eyes blaze with fury. Energy explodes outward. The towering beast stands over the terrified child below. His eyes go wide, mouth dropping open in pure, stunned disbelief. A jagged bolt of red light cracks through the darkness. Horns rise from the abyss. The monster roars, claws crackling with power. Then silence. The boy stares at his hands, confused and alone. He opens his palm. Energy flashes out with a sharp hiss. He clenches his fist tight. The energy vanishes in a burst of smoke. I floated in darkness. Debris drifted past me as I reached out. Where was I? What happened to me? Then light pierced through the void. Glowing shapes danced before my eyes. Orange, yellow, purple, colors swirling like magic. I looked down at my hands. So much had changed. Everything felt different now. But then, a smile crept across my face. I clenched my fists tight. Yes, I was alive. I could feel it, power surging through me. But my joy was short-lived. Through the smoke, a dark figure appeared. His laughter echoed around me. A massive demon-like creature stood before me. Glowing red eyes burned into my soul. His clawed hand reached toward a swirling orb of energy. I didn't hesitate. I launched a kick with everything I had, thunk. But it wasn't enough. I crashed to the ground. The creature loomed over me, its clawed hand reaching out. Darkness surrounded us. The cave walls seemed to close in. I had to think fast. Deep in the cave's darkness, I pulled back my slingshot, steady. Sweat dripped down my face. One shot, that's all I'd get. My fingers locked around the handle, tight, unshakable. Then I swung downward, full force. Gravity took over, plunging into the abyss below. I raised the stick high, stab, direct hit. A needle pierced through my shoulder, pain exploded. But I grinned, not done yet. Thud, the ground shook. Silence, my enemy lay defeated, the aura glowed between us. It was over. Light pierced through the canopy above. Something small glowed. The air felt heavy, cold, wrong. I didn't recognize this place. Where the hell was I? A figure stood before me, silent. Rain fell, or was it something else? Everything blurred. We plunged into darkness. The abyss swallowed us whole. Speed lines screamed past as we fell. I reached out. My torn clothes flapped wildly. Something was terribly wrong. My eyes went wide. Sweat dripped down my face. This couldn't be real. I knelt down slowly. My fingers touched something wet. Red, blood everywhere. My hand, covered in blood. Droplets fell like crimson rain onto the ground below. I shoved with everything I had. The beast wouldn't budge. Every muscle screamed in protest. From behind, I could see my own desperate struggle. This thing was massive. Gaia! Raw power exploded from my throat. Crash, the massive creature slammed down. Blood erupted everywhere, victory. I stared in disbelief. Wide eyes, was it over? What just happened? Blood, so much blood. It dripped down the wall, pooling at my feet. Then something magical appeared before me, a radiant orb pulsing with light. I stood there, frozen, staring up at that impossible, beautiful glow. My heart raced, sweat dripped down my face. What was happening to me? Dark shards, floating through the void. Everything was breaking apart around me. A massive creature towered over me, glowing eyes, sharp teeth, but it offered me something, glowing fruits. Flashbacks hit me like a storm. The beast attacked. I hit the ground hard, then I held the fruit. It pointed at me. then pressed its hand against mine. A burning mark seared into my flesh. My knees hit the ground. Thud, I collapsed, broken and exhausted. Still kneeling, still breathing, but was any of this even real? Fingers twisted through dark hair, blood sprayed across the void. His red eyes burned. As he held the severed head high, her face, pale, blue lips, life already gone. Silence, the dark coat, motionless below, his face twisted in agony, a hand pressed to his cheek. What had he done? Blue particles scattered, like dying stars across the void, that sound, hic, 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 echoing through eternity. Tears poured down the young one's trembling face. A dark figure pulled them close, holding on tight. White particles drifted, like silent snow. A broken crown hangs from a white sword, the beginning after the end. Our story continues. Deep underground, a beam of light pierced the darkness. Glowing mushrooms lined the cave, painting stone with color. Something massive lurked, pink eyes glowing through the mist. The armored figure cradled the boy, soft blue light surrounding them. Tears welled. He looked up, broken. It lay there, defeated. The creature's crimson glow flickered weakly in the darkness. Tears streamed down my face. I couldn't stop them, couldn't breathe. I can rest now, the creature whispered its final words as I looked up, shattered by grief. Its arm began dissolving, fragments of light scattered into the air. Then the entire body shattered. Golden light exploded outward. From that light, something emerged, a brilliant white wing unfurled. Golden strands flowed like hair, caught in the explosion's radiance. Shards rained down like broken stars. I stood frozen, staring in awe. A massive white wing swept past me, then I saw it. A majestic creature, ancient and divine. Rainbow light pulsed from its chest as feathers fell gently around us. Darkness stretched endlessly. Then, a brilliant light pierced through the void. Something ancient was awakening. Massive, majestic, terrifying, a white dragon appeared, its purple eyes glowing with ancient power. My breath caught in my throat. This creature was real. It towered above me, watching, waiting. Without warning, the dragon dived. Its massive wings cut through the air. Whoosh. Blinding light erupted. The very air screamed with energy, shiing. Pure energy detonated around me. Sparks flew everywhere. The power was overwhelming. Then silence. Fragments drifted down like frozen tears. The chaos had passed. I raised my arm. The light burned. What was happening? Why wouldn't it stop? A new presence loomed above me. Its pink eyes pierced straight through my soul. Then I saw it floating before me, a magnificent egg. It glowed with every color imaginable, pure wonder. My eyes went wide. Something impossible was happening before me. An egg, glowing with colors I'd never seen before. The creature lurched forward, pulling me with impossible force. I held the egg, a feather in my other hand. What was happening? Wham! The creature slammed into me, knocking me backward. Pain erupted, my arm cracked, the symbols burned into my skin. I screamed, clutching my chest. The runes spread across my arms. The beast trembled, bleeding. I knelt there, gasping for breath. Then my vision changed. A slit pupil stared back at me. A figure stood before me, bathed in light, waiting. I'm face to face with a monster, backlit. There's nowhere to run. The cavern collapses. Rocks crack and rumble all around us. I'm falling down into the dark. This is it. I hit the ground hard, sliding. I shield my face. Boom, I crash into the dust and see someone lying there. A horned figure, red eyes staring up at boulders, floating. A massive rock hurtles straight at me, nowhere to hide. Terror fills my eyes, then a blue glow awakening. Black water, floating petals. The world dissolves around me. Ink spreads across the light, everything, fades to nothing. The white dragon soared through the sky, clutching the fallen wolf in its massive claws. Shards of rock hung suspended in the air, as if time itself had stopped. A thick wall of dust swallowed everything, hiding the devastation below. I looked up, heart pounding against my ribs. Something was terribly wrong. Blood, a deep, jagged gash. The wound was worse than anything I'd seen. From above, I saw the wreckage. The dragon had fallen from the sky. The great dragon looked down at me, smiling, even as blood streamed from its chest. I stood between its massive claws, a gray tail lying still before me. My hand trembled, gripping the gray fur. I wouldn't let go. I pulled it close to my chest, the pain cutting deeper than any blade. My mouth fell open in pure shock. Someone pressed a cloth to my face. A cold, yellow eye stared back at me, slit pupil, reptilian. Whoosh, a white wing swept past. I reached out, desperate. Total darkness. Only faint blue rings floated in the void. Whoosh, a Pegasus unleashed rainbow energy. I was blasted backward. Tears streamed down my face as I screamed, "Help me, please." A single finger pointed. Then, a horned creature emerged from the mist. I reached upward toward the winged beast. Colors exploded everywhere. The creature's yellow eye watched a bird fly by. Then, a tear fell. Darkness returned. Jagged shapes fell through the endless gray void. Reality fractures. A lone winged figure stands amidst the crumbling sky. Glowing orbs pulse as reality breaks apart. A brief, silent pause. The world fades to black before something new begins. Total darkness. Nothing remains but a faint gray whisper at the edge.